Technical difficulties there. Welcome everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Nico, I go by COINTrick online pretty much everywhere. Jared, sheesh. Welcome Jared, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. And Dragoncore, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I'm just gonna be memeing here in Halo, not competitive, but just Halo PvP. I want 2 heated Elgato foot pedals. I think that's going to be the new meta for Elgato. Heated peripherals. Ironic that I can like my own stream. Lucid Dreamer on Twitch. Have you played Witcher 3? And if so, how are your thoughts on it without spoilers from the story? I have not played anything in the Witcher series. The series seems so like, it's so dense and so deep. It doesn't feel like something I can just like stick my toe into to see how it feels.
Oddball.
All right, how well we do here will determine whether or not we do ranked arena. The extra frames would be nice. Surprised that I've survived this long. right at the edge of my mouse pad.
Enemy has the ball.
I was like, I saw everyone's shields and I was just thinking like, there's gotta be, I'm gonna take one of them out. All gameplay is just complex math. And mistakes. It's those two things all the time.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Now we run in and melee. Almost worked. Playing Apex with Rob. How dare you, Jake? How dare you?
F41 Spanker available.
Enemy team nearing victory. Ball dropped.
I feel like I should probably make a separate Smurf account from like my one main account, but here we are, so gotta take everything seriously.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
We've lost possession. Drop ball obtained.
Ball dropped.
Too much IQ.
Enemy has the ball.
Yeah, that's fine. Great. Now I got the ball. Now what? Damn it. So close. So close.
We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
We've lost possession.
If we do exceptionally badly, then I'm probably going to just go into a big team match so that how terrible my results are just get hidden amongst everyone else's scores.
Round lost.
Lucid Dreamer, welcome back. Witcher 2 and 1 is pretty cheap on Steam, other than Witcher 3, which is still like $50 when it's been out for years and is the best one. Yeah, so I remember that being kind of odd when Witcher 3 first came out, because it seemed almost like Elder Scrolls was like this for me as well, where like I didn't hear really anything about Elder Scrolls until Oblivion came out. I didn't hear anything about the Witcher series until Witcher 3. Hey, first blood. You know, we gotta win from that, right, bud? So close.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
We've lost possession.
Targets are over there.
Enemy has the ball.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of that.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
Allied carrier down.
We have the ball.
Get out.
Gained the lead.
I was reloading, so I couldn't throw a grenade.
Ball dropped.
Has a customer ever flirted with you? Tell us the story. Ironically, well, at first not directly, but I did have one guest, the most memorable, and she was very respectful. who she first came, I think, like in a bachelorette party or something for her best friend. It's a bit of an odd story to tell with my girlfriend in the other room, but she came in with this party of her friends. I think it was, or no, it was her friend's birthday, but she was the first one to get there. So they sat at this table. I happened to be their server at the time. I wasn't even their bartender, and I was serving them all night. They closed out, and then later, my busser, or no, one of my other servers told me, oh yeah, she kept saying like, man, I really wish I got his number. And I thought he was talking about one of the other servers there, or one of the bartenders. And I was like, yeah, I get that from my guests a lot. And he looks at me and he goes, no, she meant you, dumbass. And I was like, oh, okay. She came in a few times after that, and she was a lot more flirtatious, I guess, after that. She also knew I wasn't doing anything.
Victory.
She was exceptional though, but she also like understood where my boundaries were.
We have the ball.
Respectfully.
We've lost possession. M41 Spanker, inbound. An ally has slain the carrier. M41 Spanker remains.
Dang it. Listen, maybe if I just hold my breath in this corner, they won't hear me.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
An ally has slain the carrier.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down.
Dang it. I feel better because I don't have the least carry time.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
We've lost possession. Drop all obtained.
This is, like, strategically speaking, probably the best place you could be, unless the enemies are coordinating the grenades, and even then, as you see, it takes more than one person. They're trying to figure out how to jump over to the balcony, I think. Yeah. It's a hard jump. I didn't get close enough to melee that guy. But hey, I did make a pretty big dent.
Defeat.
I had the lowest score, but I had the longest carry time. Suck it. But yeah, I feel like that's a pretty exceptional story. Most of the stories of like guests flirting with me aren't that overt. Well, there are some exceptional stories for sure. But I'm thinking about how the way in which my girlfriend told me that she was into me, which was funny, but she wasn't a guest. She was my coworker on her last day. Tell me why the office has to be the coldest room in the house. Always. It's the office in the dungeon. Welcome to the dungeon, everybody. Welcome to the dungeon. I don't use my sound effects as often as I should. What if I did an entire live stream like this? Like all the comms are like CB radios. CB? CV? I don't know. Blame my brother if I don't know the correct terminology.
Round 1.
Defend the flag from enemy invaders.
Try and be the first to the active camo. There we go. Nobody gets the active camo. How long does it really take to get 10,000 coins so that you can pick a game? You don't. So, really quickly before you get over invested in this, that redemption isn't for picking a game, it's for recommending a game.
Taken off flag. They never saw you coming.
All from the hip.
Another trophy for the
That's the secret.
Flag return.
How is this even a fair map to play CTF on? At all? What? Oh, it's single flag CTF, that's why. You know what? I have the sniper rifle. It would have made a lot more sense for me to try and wait over there and snipe this way to kill anyone trying to pick up our flag. We're gonna try and do that all again.
30.
30? Ooh, we almost sort of kind of get to use the new bar.
now available.
Now I really want to get LED lights for it.
Yes. Yeah, wait, he just did this.
So close. The crypto times. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, man. Gotta be in the corner. Yeah. You went up. Yeah.
They have our flag. Taking back. S7 sniper inbound.
Whenever my screen freezes like that, I'm always worried that I'm getting like disconnected. My game is shutting down. I think, if I recall correctly, I think 10,000 coins may be like just one of the 2-hour live streams. So like if you watch 2 hours, then you would probably redeem one of those. But like I said, it's just a way to recommend a game for me to play. So like if I had 5 people or something
This is now.
or more recommend a certain game with that command, then I would be like, oh, okay, that's probably something that everyone probably wants me to watch. the bullets. Good. This isn't gonna work out so well if. Oh wait, hold on. Wait.
Our forces have seized the enemy flag. Valorous work, Spartan.
What do you know? You just what? Dude, get in the warthog. What?
Our project.
Flag captured. Round 1.
Yeah, wait, what was that? Why didn't he just get in the warthog?
Round 3.
Keep it up, Spartan. Try to breathe a bit softer. Up the work. Take a walk off here.
Grapple check.
Oh Lord. Yeah, maybe this is over pursuing. I don't know. We're about to. Oh, hey guy! There we go. Oh my God! Welcome to COINTrick. I'm not Pat Mulaney, but I do sound like him. John Mulaney. Lord, put me out of my misery.
Flying now.
I killed the driver. And that's not nothing.
Power items inbound. Power items now available.
Bacon lame. It feels like on this map, it's so much easier to capture the flag than it is to defend it.
Facing elimination.
We'll see.
And now the grand upset.
But we're capturing on this one, so again, this feels like one of those that's probably going to be easy. Why are we being shot at by our dude? Get out of the gunner seat and pick up the flag. What is this? What is going on? The gunner should have gotten out of the seat, picked up the flag, and gotten back in the warthog, or the guy from the ghost should have done it. Lame. They can lame. So we need to actually capture the flag. So us having the rocket launcher isn't such a huge advantage here.
Power items on
Two
the
up
field.
top and one below. That's the fastest way to get up there. That makes sense that they would be right there.
Aim true, Spark.
Take me with you.
30 seconds remaining. Enemy flags in allied hands. S7 sniper inbound. All eyes are on you.
Oh my god, how did that work? What?
Didn't see that. You did that.
Oh man, to be honest, I can't tell you what I was thinking. I don't know why that's the first thing that occurred to me to do.
Enemy flag returned.
Lame, faking lame.
Defeat.
Well, we're not ready to play comp, so, but I think we are ready to play some big team battle. I'm excited for that. I'm also cold. Oh no, my space heater isn't in here.
Where did you go, space heater?
What happened? We'll see if, oh yeah, that's right. I should probably text Jake and tell him that I'm online and that I wanted to play with him. I'm really bad at planning things, guys.
I'm sorry.
Oh hey, tonight's live stream guest starring Helix, everybody. Helix, come here. Say hi. You can sort of see him down there. Oh, baby. What's up, Bugaboo? I'm bugging you? No, that just feels real good. Yeah. Good scritches. Good scritches. That's a build up back there, bud. Wow. Okay. Alright. Buckaroo. Helix, everybody.
This is how it shoot feels, 5 gum.
I love having a soundboard. It's one of the it's one of those like self-indulgent things that you do, I think, as a content creator eventually, probably. And it takes a long time to really understand how you're going to use it effectively. But I'm really enjoying this one button that lets me
Do this.
This is how it chews to feel 5 gum.
power seed to power up our base.
What if I just like did an entire live stream memeing stuff like that? Oh, jeez, that is some real lag. Let me tell ya. Wow, damn. Straight up stole these. Oh, I think I died. Did I? Am I alive? I somehow got into, hijacked a warthog? What?
Our team has loaded a power seed. Our team has loaded a power seed.
God, really? Oh my, wow, all of these frames are gone. None of them are there. Here we are.
Power seeds are ready to secure.
We're doing great. There we go. Okay. Somehow, I haven't really taken that much damage. I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Yeah, everything that just happened is stricken from the records.
Your team just scored. Power seeds
Love your videos,
stockpile
man. Learned a
incoming.
lot this year. Oh, thank you so much, Trevor. I appreciate it.
Enemy team.
Shot 30 from Hannah. I think Hannah may have. Also, Hannah may not even know this, but you're a mod here. So, welcome. Don't piss off Hannah, is what I'm saying.
Power seeds are ready to secure.
Eyes up! Ordnance dropping from orbit. Overcharging shields. Our team has loaded a power seed.
Hannah is also our resident bartender tender,
One power seed closer.
which means that sometimes she brings me snacks. Just watching the live stream in the other room. I was so close to getting that kill and listening to something else. It's entirely possible that she's watching Elmo in the other room. It happens.
The enemy has loaded a power seed.
Helix, ladies and gentlemen, master of comedic timing. That is in fact not Hannah with more shots, but it is Helix
Your team just
with
scored.
a lot more to say about today. And we've won. No thanks to me. I think, I hope. Nailed it. I feel like a pocket door for the office would have worked out better. Also, I want to know, how would y'all feel? Would it help if there were like LEDs here to sort of distinguish this from the background? We installed a few more outlets here in the office and we're trying to figure out what to do with the rest of them. And I wanted something back there to fill that, what was just like a white wall, and having a back bar, which these are all dummy bottles, they're all empty, but having some kind of back bar to remind like, oh yeah, that's right. Bartender, liquor content, mixology, buzzwords. Get into it. All right. Is get into it from anything, by the way? I really hope it is. I hope that didn't just occur to me organically. That would be cool. Is it Brendelier? As in like a bandolier? That's a really cool username. Or just a really cool name if that's your real name. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I now have 2 DSLR cameras here, so Twitch, you are seeing something slightly different from what TikTok is seeing. Well, I mean, like in general, actually, Twitch is seeing something very different from what TikTok is seeing and vice versa. TikTok, you guys get the higher quality DSLR camera that I have because I feel like hopefully maybe on some level you've tuned in to look at my face, maybe, potentially. And then on Twitch, you guys get more of the gameplay and the inferior DSLR, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's like an insignificant difference, I feel like. But here we are. And here I am, still talking about it. Me, that guy, doing the thing. I thought we were queued this whole time. I'm sorry. It's my name. Sorry. It is a very cool name. I kind of now, though, almost hope that no one besides me has made that comparison before. Brendelier and bandolier. A bandolier, by the way, if anyone's wondering in chat, is that thing that has like cartridges in it or like bullets in it or rounds, I guess. I don't know. You see them in like a lot of Wild West movies that are historically inaccurate. I need to put this phone here, right here somehow. Actually, that might work. Barely. We may be solving this me looking down at my phone to read chat problem relatively soon, hopefully. We'll find out. And as far as the open door behind me and guest stars walking in, everybody, this is Jezebel. Twitch, you won't see this, but TikTok, hopefully you will. This is a purebred Australian Shepherd. He actually is. I'm not gonna judge this up. Alright, Jezebel. You done? You can grace us with your presence a little bit longer? You like the back scratches? Yeah, you did. Oh, got the leg kicking. Okay, time for competitive level PvP now.
Defend our own.
I'm losing a lot of frames now, but I don't know how to fix that actually. It's like running between the raindrops, trying to figure out like what frames you're gonna see and where they're gonna be between those frames. Why am I walking? Where am I going?
An ally has taken the enemy flag.
Oh, okay. Rosalie is still awake. I was like, why is Miss Rachel still on the living room? Taking lane. A little rusty. What's up? Hey COINTrick, have you been enjoying Halo Infinite? I've heard very mixed reviews. I've really enjoyed the multiplayer, honestly. I think the thing is, like, this is a comfort game for me. As soon as I dive in, I'm familiar with the controls. It feels like a game I have played a long time, but completely new, if that makes sense. So I feel like really native when I drop in, and it just feels like 100% new stuff. But mechanically, it's just the same thing. right? It's just Halo again, mechanically. That's why it feels familiar. And I think that's why many people are like, oh, it's not innovative. They just took the same formula. But like, I think it's fine. I also wish I had a better graphics card. My Cash App is $. No, okay. Send help. Oh no. Wait. He doesn't know I'm here. There we go. My name is Charles Xavier. There we are. Oh! Brilliant. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
A gift from the heavens is inbound.
Wait. Where was that? This is where the memes happen.
Ground vehicle en route.
Trying to find where... Maybe somebody picked it up already. Grapple hook. Those almost so cool. Now I have to try and Spider-Man my way over there.
Delivery confirmed. They've taken our flag. Enemy flag carrier spotted.
Yeah. Oh god. Grapple, jump, slide. Grapple, jump, slide. Oh god. Just silhouetting the guy that I'm supposed to be killing. That's an entire... Just all of that is gone to me. No extra frames. Thanks, Bungie.
Enemy flag carrier spotted.
I think ranked? No, I'm doing big team battle right now. If I had some help from a higher being than me, then I would do ranked.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Fucking lame.
We captured the flag.
This is how it used to feel 5 gum.
Yes. There we go. That was my plan the entire time. All planned out right until the moment when we pushed the mongoose down here, and now the mongoose is completely safe. And my teammate takes out this enemy that is, yeah, there we go. And then we get on the mongoose. We back up and then we go, hey, teammate, look, I've got an express ride here to pick up the flag. Just kidding, you're too slow. We're gonna pick up this guy instead. That we don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. That was a happy accident, ladies and gentlemen.
He has your flag.
All right. Orison, welcome. Thank you for tuning in on TikTok. I appreciate it. How's it going? Updated my setup a little bit. You guys have a little bit more to look at than just me. So you're welcome for that. Also, everything should have some kind of symmetry to it, hopefully. I think people like symmetry, I've been told. The longer that I look at this, the more that I'm like, I feel like the TikTok camera is like pinching everything. I'm a perfectionist. Send help. Yes, that's right. It's not meant to sound like a Jeff Goldblum impression. Yes, that's right. It's broken sometimes. I was silver 5 getting matched up with platinum players. Well, honestly, it's like the skill gap is actually relatively shallow. I placed into gold 2, I think, when I finished my placement matches. I pretty much only climbed from there until I hit diamond 1, and then now I've been floating between diamond 1 and plat 6. And that's not because I'm good at the game. I think I've had like really lucky matches, and the skill gap is really shallow. Like, I know when I'm playing the way I used to play in Gold League versus when I'm playing the way I play now in Diamond 1. There's nothing you can do though when you don't have the frames to see the people you're shooting at. So here we are.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Putting these headphones back on.
Reloading. Ground vehicle delivery confirmed.
There we go.
Taken our flag.
Reload. There we are. Always be redundant. ABR, you know.
Consider this mostly assembled. The enemy carrier.
Nope, please get in the gun seat.
Keep a steady grip. We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
Enemy captured the flag.
Trust the process. I've been a few games with my 2 friends in Onyx, and it's not a fun time. Yeah, I feel like I've played the game a great deal, and I take it relatively seriously, like as seriously as I think a casual player can take this game. And I'm in Diamond 1. I can't imagine what kind of weird, crazy shit happens in Onyx. Hopefully one day I get to find out. And hopefully it's better than I'm imagining.
Oh my.
All right, go there then. Weird AI bot.
Banshee.
Ah!
The enemy has your flag.
Wait, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Where am I? What's going on?
We have eyes on the enemy
Intercept.
flag
But
carrier.
where is their flag? It is down here.
Ally has taken
Can you jump on top of the thing and take it? Oh, you can do that? That's a thing that you can do? What?
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
There's no way. I thought there was a reason. I'd never seen anyone do that before. You can literally just whoop the flag away.
Enemy captured the flag.
And we lost. So how do you guys feel about queuing up for comp? I'm kidding, we're not gonna do that. I need to finish like a whole other energy drink to do that. We're gonna stick with big team battle.
It's been decided.
Wait a second. What is the difference between if I do that and do this? This sounds like robot voice, but also this is what the button that robot is written on. This is what this does. What's the difference?
Oh, well. What if I did an entire live stream like this? How incredibly and enduringly frustrating would this be?
Then there's megaphone, and there's a lot more things that you can do with this, actually.
There's this, which I think apparently lowers my voice somehow. But there's also
A knob here that says Then there's echo and reverb. This is what echo does when you turn it up. This is what reverb does when you turn it up. It sounds like, two in the same almost. Whoa. I feel like, yeah, I could do that. I just hit the FX button and do them in real time. Use KBM or a controller? Keyboard and mouse, yeah.
Stockpile.
Find and return power seeds to win.
What is happening? Okay, brilliant. Fantastic. I'm over here thinking there's something profound happening in chat. When in reality, ain't shit happening.
Come at them all, Spartans.
I can't see anything, to be honest. I'm going completely off of sensation. You know, whatever.
Play the fucking objective, you stupid fucks. Come on.
Hey, can anyone in the lobby hear me? That's what I was hoping you'd say.
The enemy has loaded a power seed.
Okay. If they could hear me before, that should have solved that. I just changed the input for the game. Sorry about that, guys. I'm live streaming. Let me know if you can still hear me. I'm not out here trying to ruin anybody's day.
Your team has reached half power.
I want to apologize.
Power seed.
Thanks a lot for for not playing objective, guys. This is great. It's fun playing game to lose.
That's you.
Team has scored. Power seed stockpile incoming.
If you're not playing comp, there's not really a huge incentive to like win and play objective. If you do want to play objective, then you should play comp. But otherwise, like, people who are doing these big team battles and all of these things, many of them are probably trying to finish challenges, so they're not playing at their best. If you want to play people at their best and people who are trying to specifically win the match, play ranked.
Your team has reached half power.
It's just my 2 cents.
Enemy team secured a power seed.
Launch that one. Oh! Yeah! Aha! Yes! Perfect.
Scorpion tank is inbound.
What? Oh, whoa, hold on. I want to know where that is dropping. That's what I want.
Enemy has loaded a power seed.
Yes. Just, yeah, directly on top of me, please. Yes! It's mine! Damn it! Let me be your gunner!
Team just scored.
Alright, I got in the gunner seat.
Stockpile incoming.
Good enough for me. I'm playing with like half the frames that I'm supposed to have, but you know what? Yeah, it's alright. Here we are.
Power seeds.
Dude, grab the fucking power seed. It's right next to you.
I don't think this guy knows he's in chat with like 15 other people. Not 15, I'm sorry, 11 other people. Like, I realized other people might have been able to hear me and I was annoying them, so I just turned my comms off, or at least I tried to. But yeah, just going, our team sucks and the other team is so good is not helping anybody.
Our team has loaded a power seed.
Overheat or anything, or can I just like fire non-stop and whatever? I got out of there! I was free and clear.
Enemies have one power seed remaining. Power seed stockpile incoming.
There we go. And we're back.
Scorpion tank is inbound.
Another one? Another one.
This guy at our base is gonna steal our power seeds.
This guy's butthole is wound so tight.
Reloading.
Throw that power seed down from up there. Juan, throw the power seed down. Or just get blown up. That
Power seed acquired.
Your team needs one more. People are starting to talk.
So see what I can do.
The enemy is at half power. Your team
No
just
more
scored.
skewer ammo, but I do have a rocket launcher. Hey, here's what I can do. XD Pikizo, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. How's it going? Nico, I graduate in in what do you mean I graduate? Congratulations, first of all, big thing. Second, what do you mean you graduate in 2 or 3 months?
Summer school room. So it used to light up.
Snuck in behind me.
That's cool. And I got him for people for party gifts. That was Lee's birthday and they would light up. The battery. It is. The 30.
We're shooting fireball. Don't judge me. I have no challenges to do. I could keep doing big team. We're gonna stick with this. So here's something I've started doing that's actually helped me slowly build on comp a little bit, is instead of just thinking like, oh, if I play as many games as possible, I'll climb faster. If I'm not feeling it, or like I'm not positive that I'm ready to do comp, I've been doing like quick play or doing other matches, and then when I have one really good match, then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ready to do comp. So if we have a really good match, then I'll hop over the comp. If I have a match where I go like 20-8 or something. We'll go here in the meantime. Ah! There we go. Okay, that's where I'm supposed to sit, I think, to get in both of the cameras. I know I have 2 different DSLRs, so y'all, I think this one is, that's Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. This one is for TikTok, up there. All right, and we're back. Let's go to the gameplay. This is, my computer is wigging out. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back.
The enemy has loaded a power seed.
You know, in my ideal world, I would be able to play Halo with all of its frames and see everything that happens in the game.
The enemy is at half power.
Yeah, you guys see the same things that I do. So some, like, I have the gameplay here. I have one encoder here, another encoder here, and I'm watching one of the live streams down here. When you guys have those like pauses and you're missing frames and stuff like that, and it looks like it's just a photograph, I am seeing the same thing. That should make me feel better, but you know what? I have so little now. Oh my god, my wrist doesn't go that far! There we go. And the whole time, you know. Trust the process.
Enemies have one power seed
Wait,
remaining.
why? My DPI actually is low,
Power
but
seed
what?
stockpile
That
incoming.
feels incredibly. Wait a second! No! I think it's just my computer, actually. Like,
Ground vehicle en route.
it's not reacting consistently.
Power seats are ready to secure.
Alright, this is the lowest the DPI will go, I think. Or just standing completely still. I need to check my task manager, actually, and see if there's something that's, like, gumming up my computer. Normally, it's like having too many Google Chrome windows open. Yeah, I am using 100% of my CPU. I have so many Steam things running at once. That might disconnect me from the game. Here we are. We're gonna end all of the Google Chrome tabs that I had open as well. And now everything should hopefully be smoother for everyone involved.
Your team has reached
Oh no! What kind of Lightning McQueen Tokyo Drift nonsense?
Spike obtained. Gift from the heavens is inbound.
the enemy is at half power.
All according to plan. Juliet and Capulet, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in on Twitch. I appreciate it. How's it going?
Your enemies have one power seat remaining.
That's impressive. Whatever that is.
Your team needs one more power seat.
So if I get in here, it'll change colors. Nope, it stays
Power
green.
seat
Okay.
stockpile incoming. The enemy team has scored. Power seed stockpile incoming. Power seeds are ready to secure. Power seeds are ready to secure.
Ground vehicle en route.
I'm grappling my way to graduation one day at a time. What do you mean grappling? That sounds so dramatic.
The enemy has loaded a power seat.
I don't understand how needlers work. Doo-dah, doo-dah. How much turbo yeast would I add to... I think it's a gram a gallon, but like what? What do you... You know what? For legal reasons, I'm not gonna ask. Don't even... Just... I don't know. DM me on Keiko Talk.
Let's get that put away. Our team has loaded a power seat.
Your team has reached half power. Your team
You know what they say, sometimes you get to half power and that's all you need. What is a gram in ounces? Well, one of them is a measure of mass and one of them is a measure of... Wait a second. I don't remember, 0.022?
enemy is at half
Or
power.
2.2?
Your enemies have one power
That's what
seat
happens,
remaining.
ladies and gentlemen, you do math and you lose. I'm making beer, don't worry. Yes, worry completely dissolved. Thank you for that. Also, that's when my game decided to crash. Thanks, Bungie. Appreciate that. Just vibe for a minute. There we go. I found Steam eventually. Jake says 1 ounce is 28 grams. Thank you, Jake. This math doesn't help me at all. Fair point. I do a lot of unnecessary math daily, constantly, all the time. I'm doing it right now. Yeah, my CPU is still about to like melt through my desk. We're gonna have to have a whole other crowdfunding campaign to get me a new computer. But let's just vibe for a minute. Now I'm choosing violence either way, but I'm debating which one of these playlists I should play in. I like Big Team because at least then I get to meme, and if I do poorly, nobody knows. Alright, we're gonna do Big Team. Yeah, I just need to build a new computer, actually, honestly. There's a roach on your wall. Well, you know, sometimes when you're done with it, you can't throw it away immediately, and you've got nowhere else to put it, so... Sometimes I like to dance with TOS and just figure out, like, really, where is the line? I've been very privileged so far. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, that'll take a load off my PC. Lord, yeah. Okay, fantastic. I think at some point we're probably gonna add LEDs into these shelves so that you guys can see the bottles a little bit better. But this is something we just put up today. They're all empty bottles, they're all dummy bottles. They weren't always that way, but they are now, and so is she, everybody. Welcome. A round of applause. Guest of honor tonight. No, Rosalie! Rosalie!
I immediately caused chaos.
Rosalie, venga.
Venga. Yeah, you happy now? She's like, oh yeah.
It's very hard to see her this way. Everybody, this is my daughter. I think I'm in a match. I am 100% definitely in a match. Everyone, this is my daughter. She's adorable. She's beautiful. And you don't get to see her as much as I do, and that is a crime against humanity. But here we are. Yes. Yes, indeed. You let them know. You tell them. You want to play? Alright, everyone. This is Rosalie playing right now. You want the... Okay, you can turn the VPI up. You could totally do that. I'm sorry, my graphics card is terrible. Here we are. She doesn't even need to hear the game.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
In fact, she plays worse when she can. There you go. Yeah, you take that cable and just don't put it in your mouth, and whatever you do, don't pull it out of the headset. You're still doing great, baby. Papa still loves you. Oh, there we go. All right, now we're fully jacked in. Okay, are you ready? I feel like this footage is going to show up in a court case against me later on in my life, but here we are, everybody.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
Nope, screen's that way, baby. Yeah, there we go. Get locked in, because we're here for a minute. Alright, we need to hold more zones than they do to get points. Baby, you can't hear me if you don't put the headset. I mean, you might be able to. Baby, headset goes on ears, not in mouth. Okay, there we go. We're locked in. Yes, ball. Lots of balls. Balls everywhere. They do go waba. Nope, I need that. If you pull that, I can't hear anything. I know it's confusing. Do you want me to pause the music? Would that make it easier for you, baby? Pause the music. Now it's just the game. Is that worse? I feel like Rosalie's like, no, it's fine. The game's fine. I just hate the sound of your voice. Okay, probably real quiet. Focus on the game. I don't know why you're swaying back and forth. This isn't music. Hey, you did it, baby! You want me to put the headset away? We can put the headset away. Cheers.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Can we take her?
An ally is claiming a zone.
Oh, you can take her.
It's just.
One of ours is capturing a zone.
That's the best baby there ever was, let me tell you.
Your team is close to total control.
Better than me.
One of ours
For
is
sure.
capturing a zone.
Your team is close to total control.
A milliliter of water weighs 1 gram, so that's math. That's not math, that's just a statement.
The enemy has seized a zone.
Wait, yes. Hoo-ha! Ah! I can't see anyone. I can't see anything. Take a look. Oh wait, you can't. Reading rainbow. That was in poor taste. I'm sorry.
Your team has total control. You've got new zones incoming.
Ground vehicle on route.
Repulsor meta is just using it so randomly and erratically that no one can predict where you're gonna go and what's happening,
One of ours is capturing a zone.
New zones
or
are
if what
ready
you've
for
done is
capture.
completely by accident. But here's the thing.
Zone captured.
It's yours. Now we keep it that way.
Yep, sure
You've
do
got
plan
new
on it.
zones
Thanks.
incoming.
Grapple shot acquired.
Where are the zones gonna be? Okay, fantastic. This one I think I can plan around.
Zones are ready for capture.
Zone lost. The enemy is capturing a zone.
We're gonna wait until the time is just right. which is not now because we have this zone and this is really the only one that we can get to from here.
Zone lost.
Oh, there. Oh. Fighting over C. We've got a... I would push from here if we had B, because I think my team could easily recapture C, and I think I could probably take A by myself with the hammer. It would be it's not like a 100% thing that I could take it, but like I'm confident that I would have it. I could take the risk.
Capturing a zone. Reloading.
All right, we're gonna take a risk.
Zone lost.
The team is close to total
Wow! I need more frames. I need a better GPU. We're about to launch one crowdfunding campaign for one thing, and I'm about to launch another one alongside it just to have a better PC. Lord help me.
Zone lost.
Wait, what? There's just a chain gun down there? That's just there for some reason?
The team is close to total control.
What scotch do you recommend?
It depends on really what you want out of your scotch. If you want something that's going to be easier to drink, meaning more palatable to more people, right? More widely consumed. Any Highland scotch, which is going to be most scotch that you find, especially blended scotch, will be easier on your palate. Single malts, just in general, really enhance whatever the characteristic is of the land that they come from. The most astringent of those is going to be like Isla scotches. And then the one exception might be Lafroig. Lafroig is sort of in the middle between being sweet and fruity and like peated and bitter, like smoky and bitter. So it depends on what you want out of your scotch. Lafroig is easier to use in most cocktails, but also is just very not like any scotch at all. You can't put that on your back bar and be like, oh, I've got scotch, and only be able to serve people that. They would be very upset with you. I would like the sniper rifle. Damn it. No one's done this whole time? Okay, alright. I guess we're not serious about winning.
The team is close to total control.
An ally has captured a zone.
Wow, my team is about to win with pretty much no help from me whatsoever.
Sharp in that victory, Spartan.
I was second to last. You know what that means? I wasn't the worst. That's what I'm talking about. That's not the worst is what Diamond 1 gets you in comp. That's what that means. I'm tempted to it's 7:30. I'm tempted to switch over to New World and see, because I'm nearly maxed out in smelting there, but I'm thinking about how difficult it would be for me to change all of the game settings on all of the different live streaming platforms that I'm on right now. Is it worth it? I like a good blend between. If you've got a barn, take me out behind it and put me out of my misery. a good blend between strong and sweet. As far as Scotch goes, I don't know if it's because English isn't my first language, but like strong means different things to different people. Like strong might mean like full of flavor for a lot of people, especially when you're talking about Scotch. Strong for some people might mean like, oh, like the Ardbeg that we have, which is an Islay Scotch, is like, oh, it's so peaty, it's so strong, when in reality it's not high in alcohol. And then there are other people who could be drinking like Everclear 151 going, oh, this is really strong, and it's not strong in flavor, it's just strong in alcohol. So if you're looking for something that's strong in alcohol, you just look for the highest ABV. But if you're looking for something that's stronger in flavor, I typically, I guess, would go to a single malt Islay Scotch. You tell them how it goes, girl. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Be that way sometimes. What are you doing, baby girl? Where are you going? We have an Australian Shepherd. This is Jezebel. She's laying behind me, and Jezebel and Rosalie, my daughter, just flopped on top of her. Jezebel, be good. Yeah, yeah, be gentle. There you go. Yeah, you got up. Can you not? No. That's a bunch of loose paper. Nope, you can't play with that. Papa needs these. These are a bunch of sketches for different things. I don't need... I don't need 2 of these pages, but I'm still going to keep them all. Because I get to do that. Where did you grab... How did you reach that? Where'd you find that? Okay, you just... That's fine. Just don't touch these. Okay. Alright, good. Good talk. We should have more chats like that one. Like father-daughter chats. You know what I'm saying? That's like interfacing. Anyway, let's go ahead and launch the next match. Go Sunny. Yep. Play me out. Play me out, baby girl. It's a hardwood floor. It's smooth. It's supposed to be smooth. That is a piano. It's not super heavy. It's pretty heavy, but it's not super heavy. That's all my daughter playing and not me at all.
I didn't know there was like... No. And then I saw it. It's so cute. It comes with a little stool.
I think TikTok can see her play the piano, but nobody else. So that's your treat, guys. Cheers.
Rosalie's piano and me and Papa Bear have. Yeah, I was like, I told you about her piano the other day. Beth's piano was like redone.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to play it.
Rosalie, venga.
There we go. That might be a little bit easier for everybody on TikTok. I'm not positive. It still feels like it's squished somehow. I don't know. Maybe I'm being self-conscious. There we go. I might have fixed it. I might have made it worse. You guys let me know which side of that I fell on. I feel like Blue Label is overrated and not worth the price. Yeah. The tongue-in-cheek response to this would be like, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. And like, while on the one hand, yes, that's true. On the other, yeah, Johnny is just like in general not... I'm assuming, by the way, when you say Blue Label, I'm assuming you mean Johnny Walker Blue Label. It is great. It is phenomenal, but still like... I think it's just, it gets more traction than it warrants because of its brand name recognition. There are better scotches that would be cheaper. Johnny does very well because of how they market themselves. Get in the chopper. Nah, well, I don't know. Get in the warthog. This one had the same ring to it. Oh, Lord. What if Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't have a German accent? What would that sound like? Stick with me here. What if instead of get to the chopper, what if it was, pardon me, ma'am, if you would so kindly please escort yourself to the chopper. I've been thinking about this recently, and by the way, if that offends you in some way, I do apologize. It might help to say that I was born in the UK. It might not help, it might make it worse, but I've been thinking about how English wasn't my first language and kind of like how it informs the way that I speak day to day, how I just talk to anyone really in general. And I've come across a lot of really complicated words to describe the kinds of things that make sense, I guess, about the way that I speak by chance. Things like code switching and stuff like that. But I think, I don't know, it was refreshing to me because a lot of it explained sort of some things that like I couldn't really come to terms with people who didn't learn English the way that I did. So for context, what that means is that I wasn't born in the US, first of all. I was actually born in the UK and we lived there for about 2 years. And during those 2 years, my father spoke pretty much the only English that we heard the entire time we were there. And our nanny, I think, was Scottish. But anyway, so the only English that we heard was either from our Scottish nanny or my dad, who was also not English, not American, not any native English speaking anything. My dad was Belgian. Our first spoken language was English. And then, reload. Our first spoken language was French, I'm sorry. And then after that, Spanish, and then after that, English, because my mom's native language was Spanish. I've been trying to reteach myself French recently, in case Hannah isn't listening right now, because later this year, in a few weeks, actually, we're going to Switzerland. But we will be in the part of Switzerland that speaks French, because one of the things I love about Switzerland is that they are in between France, Germany, and Italy. Which is like, oh God. Yeah, that's what that feels like, let me tell you. I don't even know where I was being shot from. I don't have answers. I don't know anything. What? How? But yeah, Blue Label it's good. It's great. I was going to say that it's fine, but that's disingenuous. That's not true. Blue Label is good. It is great. It is a little bit more expensive than maybe its price tag would warrant for the effort that goes into producing it. I guess, but we're gonna plant a grenade here somewhere, hopefully, and we're gonna see how this goes. Yep. And I maybe didn't do anything that entire time. Oh, it's our tank now. You're welcome for that. I did that. It's all me. Everything, all of the time. I'm so excited about the back bar behind me now. I really want to trick it out with LED lights, like the kinds that I already had. And by the way, the bar behind me will pretty much here will always be a dry bar, which means there won't be alcohol back there. I might have like one bottle for me to pour myself shots or for Hannah to come in here and pour me shots, but that's pretty much always going to be either a vodka cocktail or some kind of liqueur cordial, because I'm not really trying to live stream and get shitty, honestly.
Lost a teammate. Ground vehicle en route.
Kind of ground vehicle. Oh, so while we're live across 5 different social media platforms, I really want to give you guys a heads up, those of you who are still tuned in. I'm going to be part of a D&D campaign that's going to be live streamed on 5% chance. It is a Ravenloft campaign. It is a romp through the domains of dread as far as I'm aware. And then I'm not going to name names. You won't know until I have the go ahead to mention anybody at all. But if you know anything about D&D and you haven't already, go ahead and follow. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, because I am a forever DM. I've been playing D from... I haven't done the strict math on this, but it's between 15 and 16 years. But I mean, I'm like, my intro was doing one-shots for a bunch of my friends who were trying to get into the game, and I would just do my best to interpret the rules in the DMG, which for a long time for me was like 3.5, which is like super complicated, so we made things simpler than they needed to be. 5th edition feels a lot better for me, but yeah, that's what we're doing. And I want to play a monk. I want to play a monk, but I want to make it interesting, and I want to give you guys a reason to tune in and watch. And I think if I challenge myself, I think a lot of you guys are gonna hopefully tune in and be like, well, I want to see. Like, Nico is capable of playing a power character for sure. I'm intentionally not doing that. I am going as far from that as possible, and I'm doing everything that D&D Reddit would tell you to not do. So we're gonna see how that turns out. And the thing is, I'm not even going strictly DPS or anything like that. I think there's a lot of the character that I've built, rules as written, has a lot of potential for like RP and support and DPS and storytelling, because that's what happens when you've been forever DM for so many years. These concepts just build up in the back of your mind until eventually you explode. And I want you guys to watch me explode. I'm sorry, that's not really 100%. That's I mean, but you know what I mean. You know, yeah, you know what I mean. And hopefully, if I've waited just enough time for a few more seconds, no one will have realized by the time I'm done talking that if you had, and if you haven't already, you've missed the chance to clip that quote. I think, hopefully. I don't know, maybe it's not too late. Maybe y'all could clip. Maybe everyone watching could clip right now, and maybe I'd be wrong. Prove me wrong. I have no more energy drink. Touché. Universe. Oh, I missed so many things from so many people while I've been live. I'm sorry, friends. Here we are. That was fully unintentional. I hit one of the voice changer mods on my soundboard, and a train passing by happened to like blow their horn. They're still doing it. Is it weird that that's like a comfort sound for me? I grew up in South Carolina, and we were very close to the train tracks growing up. That's the kind of sound that could put me to sleep. It's a reassuring, comforting sound for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Or maybe this
This is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
somebody. I would be amazed. I would be proud if I didn't see this trend. But I feel like someone is gonna go on TikTok and they're gonna make an audio of...
This is how it feels to chew 5 cum.
They're gonna make an audio out of that, and you could be the one to do it with that audio just then. I don't know. I feel like that's where the humor is on TikTok. It could be you. Be the change you don't want to see in the universe. If you've ever fucked anything up, let it be this thing. Have y'all ever, this might be a deep conversation, but have y'all ever like done something and just hoped that it didn't do well? Like you actually, but you like tried, you put effort into this thing and you still hope that it didn't work out. I've definitely, maybe it's just like me being in the service industry. There have been like, on the simplest level I can imagine, like there have been drinks that I needed to make for a menu and I've just thought like, I hope we don't sell any of these. I hope we can get these off of the menu as soon as possible, and I hope I pick up this guy's sword and nobody notices. And I did. Here we are. Let's do it. Do it. We're gonna get this guy, but I'm gonna try and save ammo. We're gonna do that instead. Well done. Thank you. Of course. Now what we do is we simply sneak up on the target. Let them know that we're sneaking up on them, and that way they can shoot us and we'll die. I don't know how that happened. That's so crazy. What if, by the way, I was bringing the D&D campaign, I was bringing it up because I'm still trying to nail down the voice I want to use. And I'm playing a monk in a Ravenloft campaign, in a horror campaign, and I really like the idea of using a Saxon or kind of like Germanic accent. I don't really like the Hollywood German accent, the English German accent that's like harsh on all of its consonants, I guess. I don't know, like if you've ever heard a native German speaker learn English and the way that they speak English, it's not always like this. They don't like hard Z everything all of the time. It's actually much more subtle and more well spoken. That's something I want to replicate for this next character that I'm going to do, but I think in reality, it's going to end up manifesting as more of a Flemish English accent, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm here for it, yeah. Fuck it, whatever. There we go. Get him. Lovely ferret. It is indeed. I feel like I am going to own another ferret before I am dead. Because that's the kind of daughter I have. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't turn around and fire the rocket fast enough. Beowulf accent. No, so it's interesting because I began teaching myself German really late in my life. I didn't think I had any basis for it at all. And then when I started learning, it's so far it's stuck better than French. And when I talked to my dad's family about it, I realized my dad's first language, sorry, rewind all the way back. In Belgium, there are two like regions or territories or whatever. One of them is Walloon, where they speak French predominantly, and another one is Flanders, where they speak Flemish, which is a dialect of Dutch, which is what's spoken in the Netherlands, which borders Belgium. So, you notice none of those things are technically German. However, Flemish being a dialect of Dutch, and Dutch being a dialect of German, by technicality in the English language, and in no other language, basically German supersedes Dutch, Dutch creates Flemish, all the way down. So, like when my brother heard me make this, I was doing a satirical German accent, my brother was like, "You sound like Dad." And I thought about it, and I was thinking about like the Indiana Jones like German accent that they do in movies, and I thought like, oh my god, yeah, actually, that makes sense. Because it's not even that I've always thought it was just like, oh, you know, my German accent is just like a very subtle one. And it's like, it's not that I don't do a subtle German accent, I do a very overt, like Eastern Belgian accent when I'm trying to do a German accent. There we go. What is that? Let me get inside. There we go. So anyway, the moral of the story, because of all of that trial and tribulation, I've realized that that accent is actually really accessible to me. I can turn it on and off relatively easily, and I think that helps in a D&D campaign setting. So yeah, on the one hand, this is the one way that my father spoke. While he's still alive, this is more or less how my dad sounded. Being a bit exaggerated. But that's how I do a German accent. And someone had to point out to me, like, that's not how German people sound like when they speak English. But being a monk, I kind of want it to be more lighthearted and not so spoken from down here. I want it to be more like uplifting, more like nasally, but I don't want it to be, I don't want it to sound like I'm out of breath.
Active camo acquired.
Just wasn't enough that time, Spartan.
There's not many other like character concepts. There's not many other like accents that I feel like I could embody accurately. And that one, by the way, is not even accurate or region specific even. It's just like a vaguely Germanic accent, which is, I've learned, just an English term. But it's like a vaguely Dutch, like Eastern European, East-Western or mid-European accent. I don't know how to describe it exactly. But that's not the way that people from Germany or Austria or Hungary or the Netherlands or Belgium sound like. That's just my nearest approximation, and it's easy for me. And I feel like that's where I want my character to be. I just want it to feel more lighthearted. So instead of speaking like he's speaking from his chest, the way that this sounds, I want him to speak more like he's speaking from his, almost as if it's less German, if that makes sense, and more like it's maybe South American or Argentinian, which is like a quarter German. But this kind of pitch And this accent would make sense, I feel like, for that character. And most importantly, I could do it consistently, and I can relatively easily, I can turn it on and off. More big team shenanigans, let's do it. Thought about, I really want to do a French accent too, it's just that I don't know. It's like a blind spot for me. So growing up with my dad, my friends always told me that he spoke with an accent. And I was always just in denial, like, no, my dad doesn't have an accent. What are you talking about? He sounds like you and me when he speaks English. He just speaks really good English, because I was also really terrible at English. And I was just like in denial for so long. My brother had to point out several instances of this to me, because he was like, hey, you know how dad never says theta? And I'm like, why would dad ever use the word theta? And my brother's like, oh, theta is the measurement of blah, 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 blah in this or whatever architecture, physics things. And in my brain, I'm like, yeah, that's why I've never noticed. I've never heard anyone use that word in any context ever before in my life, besides dad. So I always thought theta was pronounced theta, which is how my dad pronounced it. And that's when I was like, oh shit, maybe dad has an accent. Damn it. Maybe I have an accent. Turns out I didn't really, well, I do. I didn't have the accent I thought I did. More on that later.
This is how Choose to Feel 5 gum.
We're gonna keep coming back to that. There we go. The music's back. You know what that means. The magic's back. Welcome back to 105.5. The Ride. I'm kidding. This isn't that. Nope, this is absolutely not that. I'm not on any radio stations. I shouldn't be. And if I am, take me off of them. Until you pay me. This is Morning Coffee by Chilled Cat on Spotify. A low-key dream of mine has always been to be a DJ of some kind. I'm terrible on the mic. You may have noticed. Hopefully you have, and if you haven't, your ears are as bad as mine, and welcome. My name is Nico. I go by COINTrick online, and tonight we're streaming Halo, and I am taking nothing seriously. So, in the words of Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. Did I nail that? Did I do well? How was my delivery? I never know. I'm never sure. Oh, Adam's online. No competitive matches? Absolutely not. Get out of here, scrub. I'm kidding, Adam. I love you.
Coming out where they won't change.
Nope.
Well, I'm coming out into the light.
I need to have a chart of like what these sound effects do just hanging from this first monitor right here, because they're not consistent at all. I don't know if I should do something where like, because I have 4 buttons that I can press for 4 different sounds and 3 like categories, right? So in total 12 different sounds. There's A, 1, 2, 3, 4, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I should do like 4 sounds on A that are like good sounds, so that I know that A is always going to be like a crowd clapping or cheering or whatever, and then B is like bad, and then C is something else. Actually, that would make a lot of sense. I'm sorry, I feel so dumb. I'm not even gonna mention the second thing I might have done. No one will ever know. My shame will die with me. Welcome everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Nico. I will go by COINTrick or COINTrick Twitch Online. I really hope nobody can hear me in game. I feel like I don't know if other content creators go through this, but I feel like my audio is so different that it's like disorienting for other people in game. I don't like that. Wow, I mean, trust the process. Trust the process.
Your team is close to total control.
I'm still trying to figure out what Beowulf accent means. There we go. Yeah, that's right. I had it all under control the entire time. All according to plan.
One of ours is capturing us.
Alright, what are we gonna do? What if that was... I never think about doing that because it always feels pejorative, and I know that makes me an idiot, but like it always feels weird to do an entire D&D character for an entire campaign with like an American-based accent. Like something like New York and New Jersey based, where I'm not even sure how I would play my character's name, as far as I'm aware, is going to be something like Alden Peace Knights. And that's not something I can imagine someone with a voice like this walking up to you and saying, "Hey, yo, listen. You wanna know my name? I'm gonna tell you my name. You ready to listen? Alright, my name's Alden Peace Knights." As hilarious as that sounds, it just doesn't feel believable to me. Probably my first kill this entire time. Yay, we got him. Dino Pomodoro. It's not his name. Pomodoro means tomato in Italian, I think. Contested. Oh, what's up, bud? That was incredibly bizarre. I don't know how that happened. But I'm glad it did, for both of us. Especially for you.
Zone captured.
It's yours. Now we keep it that way.
Oh no, this is total control. Oh, I do not like this on this map. Oh, help me. I didn't do it. It's not me. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. Nothing happened. And we're all okay.
Plasma grenades acquired.
Welcome to COINTRICK, the ride. As a kid, actually, ironically, I did really want to be on radio for some reason. I've always wanted to be on radio or on TV. This is much better than those things. But it's just always funny when I think back and I look back on everything that led me to do this specifically, and this isn't even specific enough, like all the things that I do. I guess in a way, growing up, the thing I always respected the most about my dad was that he was a teacher, right? All the time. Sometimes he wasn't paid for it, right? Especially when he was teaching things to me and my brother. But I also do mean that my father was literally a professor of several things. He had a bunch of degrees that I don't remember, and that's not fair, and I'll update you guys on that if I learn more. But he had like master's degrees in things like metallurgy and chemistry and architecture, engineering of different kinds. So yeah, that was my dad. I remember also growing up with him, he would always mention that like he was consistently more and more impressed with the things that like animation could achieve, right? Even when we were gaming. And my dad was faster to embrace gaming than my mom was when I was growing up. Hold on, wait. Lame, I want a retrial. Taken lame. I talk to my brother about it every once in a while, but I think like the biggest thing, our dad taught us a lot, and granted we're both men, so like, and we had one dad, so he had to teach us everything that we would associate with being a man. But he, like, one of the things that we really enjoy or look back on fondly about our dad was all of the extra stuff that we had to do, right? Even the things that sucked. I think the story that he and I tell most often, it was the night that we had to move, I don't even know how much, we had to move pounds and pounds of bricks. Just bricks that my dad had salvaged from some other project. And nowhere, we weren't doing anything with them. We had to move them from one corner of the yard to the other corner of the yard. I still can't remember why we did that, but we did it. We complained the entire time, but we did it. And we went to school the next week completely sore, top to bottom, like enough that our teachers and things, they were worried, asking like what was happening at home, and we didn't really bat an eyelash. I mean, I don't know, that's just the upbringing I guess I had. gotta be telling the truth. Yeah, no, sure, that makes sense. That's fine. That's whatever. Yeah, that's okay. I can see how you would arrive at that conclusion. Here we go again. Oh, another thing that one of my friends brought to my attention earlier this week. This is from Jacob, not my producer, my friend, and my co-host sometimes. That it would we have the technology that we could do an abridged something. We could do Destiny trailers abridged, or some anime or something that hasn't been abridged yet. If you don't know what that means, look up Dragon Ball Z abridged, or look up any anime you've ever been interested in, and then just add the word abridged at the end. And it turns out we might have a good setup to record that audio. We're just trying to figure out what series we would tackle, and I think Johnny Quest would be a really good series to do an abridged series over. Especially for 90s kids. Got him! Got me!
Your enemy is nearing total control.
An ally is claiming a zone. The enemy is capturing a zone. One of ours is capturing a zone.
Beowulf is an epic that's been translated from English. It was an old English. It was an unfunny joke. I was honestly like curious if there was some sort of like old English accent that I had just like never heard of or thought of that would make it funny. I'm always curious. I never really like immediately write anything off. If anything, it's the sense of self-doubt that's been instilled in me over years of being a youngest child. Oh yeah, that'd be great if I had that before. Thanks, bud. Hey, hi! Trust the process. You know what's hilarious is we're winning. I feel like they're gonna give us B because we have like 2.5 minutes left.
Your team is close to total control.
An ally has captured a zone. Hostiles are capturing
We're
a
just
zone.
gonna walk right up here. Right here. Yeah, we're gonna get one kill. Just one. Grabby, It's so what's funny is I was playing Destiny, I think with Jake a couple months ago, and he was asking me like, what is that sound from? What is that voice from? Because when I talk to myself a lot, and when I talk to myself like any sane person, I don't like to sound like me, so I'll use different voices, and one of them for a long time was this voice. And eventually Jake said, well, what is that from? Whose voice are you trying to do when you make that sound? And I was like, the closest thing that I could think of was Plankton from SpongeBob SquarePants. And now anytime I slip into that, I always say, Krabby Patty's secret formula.
I don't what you did is I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause bitch, I got problems on
There should be. I mean, unless it was the sound of just the flags coming down. I'm stuck. Wow, that's a lot of people.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Hostiles are capturing a zone.
We're now in overtime. Make it count, Spartan.
One of ours is capturing a zone.
This is what it feels to like 5 gum. Alright guys, I'm gonna give y'all a BRB screen really quickly. I'm gonna use the bathroom and I'm gonna come back for another match. If you haven't already and you've been watching the entire time, get up, drink some water, hydrate somehow. If you haven't already, grab a snack, get your blood flowing, use the bathroom, and I'll meet you guys back here in a few minutes. I'm gonna do all of those things, so I'll see y'all then. Take care. Wait for everything to catch up here. Welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome, bienvenue, willkommen, et bienvenido. I'm trying to learn. Hannah doesn't know this because she's not watching right now, but I'm trying to pick up a little bit more French before we go out of the country, because we're going to the part of Switzerland that speaks French, which is funny because it's maybe the second worst of the languages that I speak that are spoken in Switzerland. We're also going to take a day. We're going to visit my family in Belgium, and they're in the French-speaking part of Belgium, so some of them may not speak English. I am trying to surprise them and relearn as much French as possible, so when we go back, I can communicate on some level with some of them. Probably not a very meaningful level to me, but for them it might mean a lot to just be able to talk to me. These are people in my family, people I'm related to that I haven't really been able to communicate with in about 30 years, almost 30 years. So it's gonna be hard. And yes, I am 30 years old. I finally caught one of your lives. I love your content. Oh, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. How's it going? Cutthroat Cancer Boy. Thank you for tuning in, man. How you doing? We're gonna keep doing big team because I don't feel good enough to do ranked arena, and that is a fact. I feel like I need to redo the sign behind me because y'all can't read it. If you can, I'm straight up, I'm just gonna be impressed. But that chalkboard behind me should say, be good, be kind, be helpful, which are the 3 pillars that hopefully we're standing on as a community. If you can do those 3 things, you're welcome here. There's just so much more going on in this office now. Even from the last live stream that we did, we didn't have the back bar here, and we didn't have the chalkboard on that wall. And then we're probably gonna put something on this door. It's either gonna be a cork board of some kind where I can put some memorabilia, or it's gonna be another chalkboard where I can write something. I'm excited. Aloha from Hawaii. Hawaii? I'm not trying to be patronizing. I know that there's a distinction in the way it's meant to be pronounced, and the emphasis always falls wrong when I say it. Love the content, keep up the vibes. Thank you, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Defend, all right.
Hawaii.
Where you going? Get in. We need you. We're going to get the flag. Where you going? Get in.
Listen, man, you don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? All right, you just do you.
Keep our skin in.
I don't know if that's meant to be pronounced KK or Kiki. But welcome, thank you for tuning in on Twitch. I appreciate it. How's it going? Actually really enjoying the music now for the first time during the entire live stream. How? Yeah, that's not gonna work. We don't have any support over there. Good plan, buddy. Oh man. When you can't move your ass and you can't see what you're doing, that's ADS. My mouse hit my keyboard and I couldn't turn any further.
Tango's closing in. Cover me.
Taking lane. It's KK. Okay, cool. That was my gut instinct. But I also know 3 other people that are Kiki, so I just wanted to make sure. I don't know any KKs. You are the first. So welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. How did you find me? Not Kiki because of the Hit Grid song. No, no, actually, one of my good friends, Kiki, is actually Chinese. She's Chinese, and that's the easiest abbreviation of her name. The other 2 I've never bothered to ask.
Enemy there!
I don't know. It's like when people are like, what do you go by, Nico? Are you Greek? And it's like, I don't want to disappoint you. No, I'm not actually. In point of fact, I thought for a very long time I might have been, and then I took a DNA test and it turns out I'm 100% not that bitch. But I am very French and I am very Spanish and I am the very next thing Native American, it turns out. So do with that information what you want to. I used to watch your TikTok and followed a long time ago. Oh, no worries. I mean, I've still been posting things on TikTok, but I strayed away from doing like the story time type stuff that I think I originally got known for, because I had a moment when I was thinking to myself, like, am I telling the right stories and am I telling them the right way for people to actually learn what I want them to learn when I tell these stories? Like how to act, how not to act, what to expect. You know, when you want certain things when you go into a bar. So when I started straying away from that, I had a lot less views.
How the fuck?
How the fuck indeed. Hey, that's better than my team is garbage. My favorite thing to say whenever anyone's like, man, this team sucks, is just to go, yeah, it's because you're on it, dude. Go back to quick play. Me at the bottom of my team. 0 captures, 0 returns, 0 kills, 50 points. But this is why I like big team. Like, you can't really tell on the scoreboard if you're doing well enough or badly or anything like that. That was definitely 100% something I should have been able to see. Okay, maybe no, okay. Kurt BGV from TUAHS, which in my head always means high school. Welcome, thank you for tuning in. How's it going? Also, let me know if I've misinterpreted your username. No more grenades. I also remember just liking watching you make the drinks. Oh, I appreciate that. I think the reason Flair originally appealed to me was because one of the biggest things that set me apart from the other bartenders I always worked with was I didn't just think about what needed to be done to just make the drink and get it out. I always thought about how it could be done, and like, I don't know, it's like turning something from just like self-defense into a martial art. I was always trying to be as like fluid and aesthetic as possible when I was putting drinks together, and not like, you know, like unbuttoning my shirt and like dropping my cleavage down to get people to look and tip more, but like making movements that I thought were aesthetic. I don't know if it's because I have like really horrendous ADHD or what, but that was like my favorite thing about being a bartender, was putting on a show for people, and I think that's one of the reasons why it translated so well to my TikTok.
Enemy returned their flag.
Another thing I've been thinking about this D&D campaign is I've always thought it would be really fun, because I've DM'd so many times. I think it would be really fun to take a villain voice and use it for a main character, and to play my monk, I'll play with a voice that's like, you draw your last breath. Listen, mortal. But I don't know how you would do that for like a regular character. what is the phrase they use in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Can't remember now. In my head, I'm thinking like Namjaiga Popoyo, which is not even, it's not Japanese, that's Korean, and it's terrible Korean, but it's supposed to mean the boy drinks. Bud. Yeah, you know, we're just gonna try and avoid all them bullets. Y'all the most, but last I checked, Assassin got 2 butts in it. This is why you don't want to play with me late at night. I make very poor decisions. You guys not leaderboard like me. What? Who? Okay.
An ally returned our flag.
Eyes up! Ordnance dropping from orbit.
I am leader. Everyone shut the fuck up. I have 1 kill, so he does have a point. Hard to breathe. He's like, how dead. %100% can confirm he's hot dead. You can't breathe. How you talkie? You know what? I'm gonna contain myself. I'm not gonna say shit because I am at the bottom of this leaderboard. No one is trying to hear what I'm trying to say. Constructive or not, I could say something that is comedy gold and these people would still be like, get your kills up.
Look there, an enemy flag carrier. They've taken our flag. We have eyes on the enemy flag.
An ally returned our flag.
Reloading. A gift from the heavens is inbound.
Oh no! That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Thrusters obtained.
Spotted an overshield.
Take us all out. Overshields over here.
Picked up a few kills there at the end. Now I'm tied for last. Oye, pero ¿me puedes oír o qué? I'm always wondering if people in chat can actually hear what I'm saying. Pues debe ser que no. Entonces, can't hear what I'm saying. He's not talking to me. I don't know who he could be talking to, but I can't hear anybody on the team.
Match lost. Next time, Spartan.
Womp womp. Alright guys, unfortunately that has to be it for this live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in, sticking around, showing up. Thank you for all of your help and support. Hopefully we have been helpful and supportive as well, since that's why we do everything that we do here. If there's anything that was great about this live stream, let me know. If there's anything that was awful, please let me know. I'm trying to fix as much as I can. The next live stream is going to be tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST. We're going to be live streaming from the bar, racking the beer. And until then, thank y'all for being here. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream. Until then, be good, be kind, be helpful, and I'll see you all then. Take care, everybody.